Hello guys, we are back third time in this evening. So what we are trying to do today is to a backtesting session with the strategy that I have used to pass the first phase of the evaluation for a 50k account on the My Forex Funds. Alright, so basically today I'm going to backtest the GBP US dollar, Aussie US dollar, USD JPY and USD CAD on the February month. So in the previous trying of our live session, I already started to backtest the February month, and for the moment we are plus 5% on the account. I hope some of you already saw that part of the backtesting session, so I'm just going to continue. So now we are on the GBP US dollar pair, and wait a second, in order for me to add also your comments here, in order to just reply to you if you have any questions, and we'll write on the chat. Alright, and now I'm going to continue the backtesting. As I told you, I am going to backtest only the periods that I'm actually trading in the real market. So starting with 8 a.m. Eastern European time, and the last trade that I am opening in a day is at 8 p.m. Eastern European time. Alright, now we are in an unclear zone, not a buy zone or a sell zone. But the price started to have some nice momentum to the downside, and let's see if we get any nice rejection here. But actually no, the price is still ranging. Okay, no entries for the moment. And from the backtesting, hi Simon, nice to see you back. From the backtesting sessions, I know that there are days when you actually don't have any trade, but I'm okay with that, because at the end of the month the results are great. Alright, so after this candle, I'm going to place another short position here. Okay, and let's see what the next candle will actually do, but this is a loss here. To add it in the Trading Rush app. Alright, but overall we are still plus 4% on the account. Right, the price is still ranging here, and we are already in the period that I am actually not trading. So let's see the next day. The price is trying to push to the upside, so we are going to wait maybe for a nice buy entry here, but actually no, after this candle we are below the EMAs. The cross started to be to the downside, so after this candle I'm going to place another short position here. This is a nice momentum to the downside, and hopefully this week yes, just let us still in the position. Alright, the position was at not at 2.5 to 1, only at 2 to 1 maximum. So our stop loss will be at 0.5 to 1. And let's see what would be our final target. So if the price will break this zone here, we expect for the price to go to the next important level. So we will set our target at 5 to 1, but let's see what will be the dynamic of the price, because yes, we expect for the price to have such kind of rejections from that previous zone that I marked here. But actually, as I told you, this position was closed at 0.5 to 1, so still a winning here. Let me just delete this zone here, and let's see the next entries. All right, nothing for the moment, and we are going to replay the bars until the next morning. All right, we have no entry here because even if this candle closed above the 200 EMA, a rule for this strategy is for these two little EMAs 13 and 21 to be above the 200 EMA in order to have a valid entry buy. Even if this would be a great position, most of the times the price is still ranging if this kind of setups are formed. So let's see what do we have next. Okay, actually I scrolled a little bit too much because after this nice candle here we have all the conditions to open a buy position, because the cross is still for the buy. The price is above the 200 EMA, so this would be a buy position with a really tiny stop loss below the 21 EMA. All right, and as you previously saw, the next candle was a nice and impulsive one, and actually it hit the 3.5 to 1, so now our stop loss will be at 2 to 1, and actually I think the next candle will get us out, but still no, we are in the position. But next candle just hit our stop loss, so we are plus 2% for this trade. I'm going to add it here, right? For the moment we are plus 6.5% on the account, and let's see what will be our next entries. Okay, this is a nice candle that would actually be a really great entry for me, but it's at 9 p.m. so I will not entry in position here. Right, we are in the next morning, and after this candle we are going to place buy position. The stop loss is set correctly here, but unfortunately the next candle got us out with a full minus 1%. Yes, for sure.
Hey guys,
Back. So I just added the loss here, and let's see the next candles. Okay, the price started to break this range to the upside, but for the moment we have no entries. Even the momentum is really nice to the upside. Okay, let's go to the next morning. Right, let's wait for the EMAs to make a nice cross for a valid entry, but the price is still ranging for the moment. Okay, and we are again in a shady zone without any for the moment. Okay, now we are waiting for a nice push to the 21 EMA to have an entry. If I will just scroll a little bit, you will see here that we have a huge range formed here, and we have no entries, but it's better this way. Okay, let's see if the price will finally break this range in a direction. All right, and now I actually scrolled again a little bit too fast, because after this candle here, as you can see, the cross is made to the downside. The small EMAs are below the 200 EMA. So after this candle here, we would have another short position. Okay, and you saw that the previous candle was a nice impulsive candle to the downside, and let's see what would be our target. So for this strategy you can use a fixed approach, as I presented in the video, a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio, or you can target zones. I would like to see the next candle. All right, and let's see what was the highest risk to reward ratio hit. So as soon as the 4-to-1 was hit, I am using a trailing stop loss with a difference of 1.5 to 1 from the actual target. So this position would be just stopped at 2.5 to 1 because as soon as this candle again just hit our 4 to 1 level, the stop loss would be right here. So I'm going to add another 2.5 here. All right, and we have some days from the month here. All right, I usually do not enter any trade here when we have these kind of huge candles in the both directions, so that's why I didn't open any trade here.
Okay, so far we are closing the end of the month, and we are up that 8%.
Yeah, 8%. Okay.
That's nice. Oh, by the way, guys, this is Chris's strategy. My sole purpose here is to answer questions on the chat, so feel free to use them. I'm the PR guy today. So if you have any questions, just shoot, and we'll just chat while Chris is doing her thing.
All right, another buy position here. I think yeah, this is a loss. All right, and now I would like to see a direction of the market. I think we are just creating a range here, but no more. Price started to go to the downside, so we are waiting for a nice push into the 21 EMA, but actually this time we have no entries, even if we have this huge impulse to the downside. It's so bad. Okay.
This would have been a nice move.
Yeah.
Oh, this is where the wars are. That's
yeah, for sure. That's the cause of this huge move.
I'm sure some guys were backtesting at the beginning of World War II, let's say, maybe just live streaming, and the grain markets and the cattle would have collapsed. Poor jokes.
Okay. Right, another short position here. The cross is still to the downside. So see, actually this candle just hit our stop loss, and we have another loss here. But actually after this candle I would wait for another one in order to confirm me the move. Oh, and that's thing actually on the 28th of February, after the weekend, market started somewhere. Okay, and we are in the morning time. From this moment we are going to look for entries if we'll have any, but I think yeah, the month of February just ended with plus 6% on the account on GBP US dollar. Actually I am not trading only one pair for this strategy, so we are going to continue with Aussie US dollar.
So there were 13 trades, and 7 were won, 6 lost, so about a 50-50 chance. The thing is, from what I saw, the risk to reward is impressive. And max loss in a row, just 2, so risking 1%, you can even risk 2%, and the gain account would have been even greater, double actually. But given that you said that you will be backtesting multiple pairs at the same time, I think sticking to 1%
yeah, this
would be
this
the way
is
to
why
go.
I decided to stick to only 1%, because I am actually trading 4 pairs, so I want to minimize the risk, because if we get more losses in a row it wouldn't be great. Okay, we are going to wait for into the 21 EMA for another entry here. And after this candle we would have another buy position here, 150 points stop loss. Right, as soon as 1-to-1 was hit, our stop loss is on break even, so no more risk on the table for this position. And now we are going to look for a target zone. I think this gap here are going to be filled, so our target zone will be somewhere near this level. I think 4-to-1 is just fine for this position.
Maybe just target that order block right there on the top.
Here?
No, a bit to the downside, a bit more, just below that wick. This should do perfect. Yeah.
All right. But for the sake of this backtesting and the round numbers,
you just do your thing. Hey,
maybe...
Tomasini, nice to see you back. Again, guys, we seem to be experiencing some issues with the internet. From our part, everything seems okay, but just let us know in the comments if the connection is okay, so that we know that we're not talking to each other right here. So that would be appreciated.
Oops.
Yes, Simon. The thing is, we had an absence, and we've been dabbling in countless strategies. Chris found this one and refined it to a point which is actually good and impressive. So strategy-wise, this is the strategy, sorry, that she is using for her for her My Forex Funds account. And it works fine. She passed the challenge. It's been a snappy Friday, so the evaluation isn't going that well, but the hopes are high for this strategy. And for my side, I think I will just do some solo backtesting, price action only, because I really want to understand this whole market thing. And I found that after 2 years looking at the charts, I'm way behind, so that's where I am right now. But regarding relax trading, so far this is a strategy for Chris's My Forex Funds account, if that answers your question. Okay, glad to hear it's okay.
All right, we are in the night time, so that's why I have no entries here. And we are waiting now for a clear movement in a direction. You can see that we have no entries for the moment here.
Yeah, and while you're doing this, just to reply to Simon's other question regarding the strengths and the weaknesses of different strategies, I can only say that an indicator-based strategy will work in certain market conditions which you don't have a instruction book for. So you may find that in some period of time it works. Let's say it works for 2 months, and then the next 3 months it will render you a huge drawdown. But this is why I want to learn price action. But sorry, Chris is in a position now, so I'll be back with that.
Right, and actually this next candle got us out at plus 1.5% for the
Okay, so back at what I was saying. The thing is, learning to identify correct price action and patterns may shelter you from difficult market periods, such as the one that we're in now. So high volatility, huge moves, impulsive moves. So that's why I want to take a step back for a moment and just study the core of the phenomenon and maybe return. I hope that answers the question.
All right, so I just scrolled again too fast, but as you can see here, entry, right? Yeah, this is an entry because the cross is still to the upside. I expected the market to be choppy in this news period, so that's why I just scrolled. All right, the stop loss here is 20 points below the 21 EMA. And as you previously saw, it was followed by this huge impulse to the upside. So after this candle here, which hit the 4-to-1, our stop loss would be at 2 to 1, and let's see what would be our final target here.
The moon.
Yeah, I think it's the moon. So
it's
yeah,
a bit higher maybe. Go down, there's no order block right there, and if not, all the way to the moon.
yeah.
Just amend your position as you would.
Okay, regarding the strategy on the US 30.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you that, but I
Also,
wanted to.
it comes to employment. Adjusting. Okay, so that strategy is used on my other challenge account on the Fino Trader. So I'm going to update you guys with the next updates on that account. Let's see, what do we have here for this position, which hit 7 to 1. So for this moment we would have stop loss at 5.5 to 1. Actually no,
if it breaks its level, this would be a huge position.
It's 8 to 1, so stop loss at 6.5 to 1. And this candle got us out, and we have to add here our profit.
So we are overall up 15%. Awesome. I have to learn the strategy, guys.
Yeah, for sure, but you have to use it on certain pairs, because I tried to backtest it also on Euro US dollar or GBP JPY, and it works not so well as it does on these pairs. Okay. We are again in the buy zone here, but it's night time, so let's just see the next morning. Actually, now we are in the sell zone. And we would have a nice entry right here, but it was nighttime Asian session, and I am actually never trading this.
Yeah, actually, sorry, can you go back to the where it started to fall? No, just scroll the graph back where the price started to return, and maybe
right here?
No, the other peak right there, the one that yeah, that was your position, right? Or was it the second one?
That was my position here, by here.
Okay, so can you scroll, zoom in? Yeah, right there. It didn't go all the way to the top, so it should have gone a bit higher. Okay, sorry, just me asking.
So I can see here that the London session started with a nice move to the downside, so I'm going to use another short position here. Okay, the 1-to-1 was not hit yet, so we have full risk on the table, and this was actually a loss. But it's still fine, because overall we are on a nice profit. And now we are still ranging in this zone. Okay, I wouldn't enter a trade after this candle, because I actually prefer to see a golfing candle after the rejection into the EMAs or some momentum. In this case, this candle was just exactly as the previous one, so there was no sign that the price will continue to the downside. Here I will not enter a buy entry even if the price will go to the upside, because a rule of this strategy is to wait for these two EMAs to be above the 201. And this is why, because sometimes in this zone is starting to form range. Okay,
but what about the green candle
after this one, right?
Yeah,
yeah. Again, I have scrolled bit too fast.
Okay. I thought I missed something.
And I would enter a trade here because even if this is not a bullish engulfing candle, we cannot see any push from the upside from the sellers. This is a quite nice bullish candle. We have a really tiny wick.
Yeah.
And we are waiting for the position to get at 1-to-1 in order to have the stop loss on break even. Now we have no risk on the table.
We
And
also have that nice
we are
bull
out.
engulfing to the left.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Price may go up.
yeah, but as I previously told, I never enter buy trades if the smaller EMAs are below the 200 EMA.
Okay, correct.
I expect for the price to form a range there, so I want to be out from this kind of market condition. Yeah, this is nighttime, but now we are in the London session, I think. We are waiting for something nice to the upside in order to enter a buy position, and after this candle I would definitely set a buy position here.
Yeah, market look.
All right, see if the 1-to-1 was hit. Actually still no. After this candle the 1-to-1 was hit, so we have no risk on the table. Let's see. Yeah, next candle just got us out on break even, and this is nighttime, so no entries here.
Whoa.
Okay, this is the borderline position here. I can see that the EMAs are not yet crossed to the upside.
Yeah, the cross is made just now.
Yeah, this would be a discretionary trade if you would took it.
I think the market will go to the down.
Yeah, I actually wait for the
at most a range.
The EMAs to be nicely fanned out, but here, and I would like to be involved in such market conditions.
We had that huge bearish candle, which certainly meant something, so the direction for sure isn't up, at least in the near foreseeable future. Maybe after this range, a long range, maybe the price will gain enough liquidity to go to the upside.
Right, I think this position already hit the 1-to-1.
Yeah.
So no more risk on the table, and this position just closed on break even.
Again, I don't think the price is going to the upside, as you can see. So momentum tends to shift to the downside, at least for the short term.
Nice to hear some price action point of view, because I would like to add at some point more price action concepts in this strategy.
Yeah, well, price action wise, we're still in this huge range. As you can see, it's clear as daylight, this box.
Okay, for the moment we have no direction for the market, and on this candle we wouldn't still be involved in any trade, because first of all it's to morning time, and second of all the cross is still to the downside. But after this candle here, I do not really like this kind of entry in this box here, but after this huge candle, even if we have a wick, the momentum is still nice to the upside, so we would be involved into a sell position here with the stop loss 20 points below the 21 EMA. All right, so we are
so the thing is, the price seems to be compressing if you zoom out a bit, so we may see a break to either side. As you can see, the range starts to decrease, so it's a compression here, so we may see a break to the upside. I'm not sure what the trend was previously, but assuming it's US 30, it should be bullish.
US dollar.
Okay. Oh, again, it should be bullish again. Aussie US dollar was strong, and this strong in times like this. So we may see a nice break to the upside here.
Again, the one-to-one was hit with this candle here, so from this moment we have no risk on the table. It's another break even, but it's fine to manage your position like this, because even if this would be maybe a winning one, most of the times the break evens are just saving you from losing trades. All right. I still wouldn't take a position here, because it would be the second one in this range here. We have a huge wick from the upside now, so I will wait for the market to just give me some clear candles in a direction. We actually had a candle here, but it was night time.
Okay. Price switched from the ranging to an ascending channel now.
All right. Right after this candle, I would place a trade, because after this retouch into the 21 EMA, I was waiting for the next candles to give me a clear momentum to the upside. So here I'm going to place a trade. All right.
Yeah, so break to the upside.
And as soon again as the one-to-one was hit, I'm going to place the stop loss on break even. And we have a really nice upside. For the moment the position is at 2.5 to 1, so our stop loss is already at 1 to 1 no matter what.
What about re-entries? So let's say you would have another instance. Would you enter? And
Yes, for sure.
In that case, you would manage it the same as this one.
Yes, for sure. As soon as the previous position is at break even, with the stop loss on break even, I'm looking for re-entries. And actually this position was closed at 1 to 1. Going to add the profit here. And overall on GBP US dollar and Aussie US dollar, we are plus 15% on the account.
I like that the max losses in a row still remained at 2, which is awesome.
Yes. All right, we are in the sell zone, and the price.
Yeah, it's 24th of February.
Yeah, again, 24th of February. Okay. We will start to be in a buy zone as soon as the smaller EMAs will be above the 200 EMA. Okay, and after this candle, actually this is the last candle that would be.
It's 9 o'clock.
It's
8 o'clock, sorry.
8 o'clock. Right. And the one-to-one was hit again.
Sure, yeah.
I think. Yeah. See what will happen next. And yeah, this is the spread hours candle, and I hope that this candle would close our position on break even, but
this is what I was saying. I think being the open candle, I think you would have taken a full stop loss there.
Yeah.
I think you would have taken some stop loss there.
Yeah, because if you've seen my previous video regarding My Forex Funds experience, I had such kind of position that was closed at minus 1%, even if my stop loss was at plus 0.5% because of a huge spread. And I think the February month will end for this pair, yes. So we are going to continue our backtesting on USD JPY. All right. Sure. Again, I'm going to start with the 1st of February. And let me check if I have no backtesting here. Right. So 1st of February morning time. see our first period of entries. All right, we started to be in the sell zone, but I had no entry here because the EMAs were still above the 200 EMA. I have some kind of drawing here. I'm going to just delete it. All right. So right after this candle, I would place a short position here after this rejection of the 21 EMA. And see what will happen next. I think we are still in the position, but it's not looking great for the moment. And actually this was a loss here to add it. All right. Now we are for sure in the sell zone. And we are waiting for a rejection, a nice rejection from the 21 EMA. But I think for the moment, but actually after this candle we would have an entry, but this is night time. This is the Asian session, so entry for us. And I can see a shift in the momentum. The price started to go nice to the upside. And actually after this candle here, which almost made the retouch into the 21 EMA, you can still see a nice momentum to the upside. I'm going to add my position here. And unfortunately this was another loss. And now we are in the night time. And the next morning started with another position for us, but actually I would like to see a nice momentum to the upside. All right, after this candle here I will set a buy order, and even if it wouldn't make this retouch into the EMAs, I would still count it as an entry signal after this previous candle that made the retouch into the 21 EMA, and the stop loss will be 20 points below the 21 EMA. All right, the 1-to-1 was for sure hit here. And now our stop loss is on break even, and this position was just closed on break even here. All right, now we have a huge push to the upside after this news.
Back. Okay, so I'm not sure how to call you. I will call you bears. So what do you mean by SNR? I'm not familiar with that term, so please clarify.
Right, we are still above the 200 EMA, so we are going to wait for the cross to the upside in order to have entries. Actually, from the previous backtesting session, I can see that on USD JPY we have a lot of entries in the Asian session for sure, because it's about JPY here. But we also have sometimes some nice moves in the US session, so that's why I am still using this pair also in the real market conditions. All right, after this candle I'm going to place another buy position here. Regarding the support and resistance lines, yes, I am actually using the support and resistances in the real market conditions, but now I I wanted to emphasize how I am also trailing the stop losses, because even if I am targeting support resistance, which I don't know, it's like 8-to-1 reward to risk ratio, I want to also lock on that journey some profit, because you actually never know when the price will go to the downside for some reasons. So that's why I'm also trailing, not only targeting a zone.
Yeah. And also regarding some tweaks to this strategy, this is just a teaser, if you may say that, from Chris, because this strategy is part of a bigger course that we're working on. It's a course regarding funded accounts and getting funded with prop firms. As soon as it will be ready, be sure you guys will know. We will also have our first giveaway on a live session. The giveaway being full access to the course. So stick around, and again, for further details regarding the strategy, which seems to be working just fine.
Alright, as I previously told you, even if USD has most of its moves in the Asian sessions, I really like the moves from the beginning of the US session, because as you can see here, we just locked a 3% trade here. Right? And this is night time, so no entries here. Okay, and the next day started a zone that has no entries for us. So we are going to wait for a nice move to the upside and then for a retouch. And it's night time, but I wouldn't like this trade. Right? And it's the 10th of February morning time, so we are going to look for buy entries for the moment if we will have some. But after this candle, I wouldn't place a trade, because my maximum stop loss is 150 points, and I think that we are going to expect the downside that would for sure get us out. Wow.
Nice move.
Another nice move without us, but that's fine.
That stop loss would have been way too tiny.
I want to see here if our 150 points actually it will held here, yes, but yeah, this was my discretion here.
Yeah, I think we were misled by the size of the nighttime candles.
Yeah,
the
but
stop loss didn't seem this small here. Missed it.
Yeah, I thought that 150 would like this or something like that. But
yeah,
that's fine.
That was my point of view as well.
All right, and I do not really like this momentum here, but for the sake of this backtesting and for the rules of this strategy, this candle would be an entry point for us. I'm going to place my position here. Let's see what will happen next. Actually, the 1-to-1 was hit here, so our stop loss is on the break even. Right, and the break even is our ending for this position.
Market seems to be going so
yeah, we are in the night time now, and again, now we are still in the buy zone, but nothing for the moment.
Okay, so Cape Jazin, thanks.
Thank you.
I hope that's how you spell your name.
All right, as you can see, we are still above the 200 EMA, so we are going to still look for the highs. As soon as the smaller EMAs will never make cross to the upside. Okay, and let's see if we will get any sell here. And actually, after this candle, we would have a sell if you trade the Asian session, but I'm not trading this session, so I will not add an entry here. But actually, as I can remark from the backtestings, in the Asian sessions, I don't know why this strategy is not working so well. It's happening something with the momentum.
I think it's
This is your fib, I think.
sorry. I think it's because of low liquidity or lower liquidity compared to the Europe and US session. And anyway, the Asian session is basically defined as a ranging session. So, we
Yeah.
rarely find trend. Sorry, Asian session.
Yeah, I think that's the reason. Okay, we're in the sell zone, but we have actually a shift.
That?
I was just scrolling too fast because I was expecting for the price to make a range here. In these cases, even if the price didn't actually make the actually retouch into the 21 EMAs after this candle, I would definitely enter a buy position because this is a nice bullish momentum candle. So I'm going to set the stop loss here and see what will happen next. So I will mark the 1-to-1 here in order for us to know when the position will have the stop loss to break even, and it's time for the break even. And actually this position closed on break even here. But after this candle we would have another entry. But it's better to have another entry rather than
keeping
just
a position, yeah.
Right? But unfortunately this is a loss here. I will mark it. And it's night time, so I'm going to scroll until the next morning.
So far the winner is awesome. So we're closing to 60%. Again, max loss in a row, still 2. Max 1 in a row, 3, as you can see on your right side.
Okay. If you wonder why I did enter a trade right here, I just wait for the market, yes, to get out.
It looks like a fish bone. Okay.
Yeah, and that's why I'm waiting for the price to have close to a direction. And this is another fib of yours. Yes, because he is constantly trying to drag me into the price action trading, but as I told you in a previous video, I found myself really creative when I am using price action.
That's the beauty of it. Well, yeah, you use price action not to enter in that buy, so
yeah, I'm using price action combining indicator strategies, but not price action only because I don't know, I'm too creative, I think.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, probably news, yeah.
And we are going to expect some huge candles here also because
yeah, huge news upcoming.
Yeah,
I think they were priced in. Somebody leaked something, maybe.
Yeah,
because actually this was the time for the news, but the market dropped in the morning.
Yeah. Okay, this is morning time, but we are between the EMAs, so nothing to do here for the moment. As I told you, there are days when have no entries, but again, at the end of the month, if you have a great result on your account, it doesn't matter that have no entry yesterday. Right, nighttime here again. And let's see what your obsession will do to us. Okay, after this candle here and also after this candle here that made the touch into the, I would definitely place a short position, even if I actually do not really like this zone
momentum
here.
Seems to be dying out. I think you just sold the review here. Hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, let's see.
Yes.
Yeah, actually the price hit the 1-to-1, so as soon as this happened, I would definitely the stop loss on break even, so no loss here. And I actually in the real market set alerts all the time, so I would definitely move the stop loss in that time. I would not set a sell position here because as you can see here, we have a huge pressure from the downside.
It just seems to be hunting stop losses
I think
from buyers.
I think that the
for the final
momentum
push to the upside.
But maybe range will be broken to the downside. I don't know.
It's still descending, so we're still stop loss hunting. It's descending without any pulses. Okay. Now this wasn't pulse.
But this was the night time, so if you'd like to enter a trade this time, it would be a really nice sell here, but it's not my trading period, so that's why I didn't place that order there. Right. Like to see a clear movement to a direction.
So all the stop losses were hit apparently. Okay. The market resumes to the upside. Still nighttime now, so what they passed without any trade on this pair.
I would wait for a next candle, and I do not really like this wick from above, but I will place a buy order here because the conditions are met. The cross is to the upside, and the EMAs are above the and we have a tiny stop loss here. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that was bad, and I'm at this loss here.
That stop loss look pretty shady.
And after this candle, let's see if we would have a reasonable stop loss. Yeah, it would be really reasonable here. But actually we have a bad market. Yeah. And now I think we have 3 losses in a row. I can see that there are months when USD JPY works really well, but other times this pair is just not working properly.
Well, I think the main reason for these 3 losses in a row is basically the way price looks, because as you can see, you have the EMAs up there. You basically can't tell which one is the small one, the big one, the middle one. They're all in the same spot, which renders huge indecision in price. So you may expect price just to wick up and down as it does right now until it gains momentum to either side.
All right, we had previously a similar thing. I never enter a trade after this kind of candles because yes, this is a bearish candle, but you can see here a push from the buyers. So I'm going to wait for a confirmation candle in order to enter a sell, or to wait for something clear. But actually, I can see that's
the bull sandwich right there.
Yeah.
And up we go.
So see if we are going to have a buy order. Nighttime now. I think our month will end like this. Okay, again, after this candle here, which is a confirmation after the previous one, which almost hit the 21 EMA, I'm also trying to refine the EMAs that I am using for the entries, because I can see that Aussie US dollar and USD JPY react on some different EMAs than GBP US dollar and USD CAD does. I'm working on that, and I'm going for sure to add that in the course that Alex previously told you about. Right, so the one-to-one was definitely hit here, so we have no more risk on the table. And let's scroll a little bit in order to see the next levels that might be our target points. For the moment, I'm not going to set any target, but I'm going to just trail the stop loss because I can see anything clear in the left side. and this trade closed to the break even. So as you can see on USD JPY, the February month was not working so well as it does on the GBP US dollar and Aussie US dollar. But as I told you, there are months when the GBP US dollar and Aussie US dollar are not working so well, and the US dollar JPY is there to just compensate the trades that are not so good on GBP USD and Aussie US dollar. Alright, so this is the end of the month for USD JPY, and now we are going to go on the next pair, USD CAD. So until now we are plus 14% on the account, and let's see how the month will end after we will backtest also the last pair. Right, so this is the 1st of February here. And we started to be in the sell zone, but no more now. All right, I can see a clear movement of the EMAs, so no trades here. All right, now it's actually night time, so let's see what will happen in the London session in the morning. Okay, so actually after this candle here, which made this retouch and made this retouch into the 21 EMA, I would definitely place a short position here. Have the stop loss above the 21 EMA, but unfortunately the next candle just got us out. All right, and sorry, I just scrolled too fast, so let's see what actually happened here. Again, after this candle I wouldn't place a trade because we can see here push from the downside from the buyers, but after this huge momentum downside candle here, I would definitely set a short position, a stop loss of 150 points this time. All right, and we may expect a trend shift because as you can see here, this is a huge liquidity zone, and this trade was closed on break even. All right, again the momentum started to be to the downside, but it's nighttime, so we have no entries for the moment. Right, and this day we expect some huge volatility because as you can see here, we are going to have some huge events in the US session, and this is what happened in the events time. All right, this is nighttime, so let's scroll until the London session, and the price seems to have a nice momentum to the upside, so let's wait for a retouch into the 21 EMA, but this actually never happened here. Right, this is again nighttime, so no entries. Right. We are waiting now for a nice retouch of the 21 EMA. After that, if we will get any rejection, we will enter a sell, but for the moment nothing happens. All right, after these two candles here, you can see that the 13 EMA is above the 200 EMA, and the We are going to place a buy position here based on the fact that these two candles here had a nice rejection from this level. So we expect for the price to nicely go to the upside from this point. But unfortunately, this is a loss. And let's see what are we going to have next period. Okay, it's nighttime here. And we can definitely see here that the price is ranging and for the moment has no direction. Finally, the price started to do nothing because it's still ranging. Right, no entries because we have these huge wicks here. And now it's night time, so I think we just had only two entries on USD CAD until now. Maybe now the price will start to have a clear direction. No.
No. Just got way more.
Here we have a drawing here. So no entries for the moment, and we are still range, and this is another fib of yours, I think.
Yeah.
Right. So finally, after this candle, we would have an entry, but this is the Asian session, so we would be able to trade in this period. Right. This was a really messy month for USD CAD, and as you can see, we are most of the times in the periods where we have no entries.
Okay, so guys, we seem to have some issues according to YouTube with the audio stream, so if some of you are still watching, please let us know if the audio is okay. Thank you.
So we have no chance for the moment with this pair on the February month, but it's fine because in the January month, in the backtesting, the USD CAD has account like 13%. So as I previously told you, there are months when GBP US dollar and Aussie US dollar are working really fine, and other months when USD CAD and USD JPY are just account makers.
Okay, thanks guys. Thanks guys.
Okay, we are in the sell zone, and after this candle we are going to place a short position here. The stop loss would be really tiny. This is another loss, I think, here.
Yeah, that's another loss. So,
and actually
this is a bad month for the last two pairs.
For USD CAD.
So this is the magic of trading multiple pairs. So they just even out, they balance out, but they end up in a profit because, as you can see, we are close to the half of the final month of backtesting, and we are still plus 11%. So there will be months where certain pairs won't render the results that you need, but the other ones will just balance them out.
Yeah, but you don't have to be biased regarding some pairs, because as I previously told you, there are months when GU and Aussie US dollar are just not working.
Yeah.
And That's why I'm using these 4 pairs, and
What
this
about
was
that
an
sell?
entry
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
so,
I just was thinking that it was nighttime in this period.
Nope.
All right, let's see if the 1-to-1 will be hit. So the 1-to-1 was hit here. We have no more risk on the table for this position, and I'm really
this is
afraid.
a tricky level to be broken. Yeah.
I really want to see how this will react.
So right now your stop loss is at break even, right?
Yeah, it's still on the break even. So
even after that push to the downside.
See, yes, because we need for the price to be at least 2 to 1 for to move the stop loss on 0.521, and this was again a break even.
This was kind of foreseeable,
right? And we are close to 24th of February, so we expect for another
price to
messy moves of the price. I'm waiting here for a nice candle to the upside in order to enter a buy position, and I would wait for a confirmation here. Yeah, but still I think we are stuck.
It's still that range,
in the range.
I think it has momentum to break to the upside right now.
Okay, let's see where is our 1-to-1.
Still hasn't been hit, so
yeah, we
we're
are
in
still
drawdown so far. Okay, 1-to-1 has been hit,
and I think
we will be break even.
Again break even for this position here, and again range.
Frustrating to wait for position form and then just close it break even. Yeah,
but you have to have in view the fact that in the real market you are also trading in the same time the other 3 pairs, so you are not just waiting for the positions here. Okay, nothing here, and we have a huge push to the downside here. Right, and we are on the 24th of the February.
This was a messy market, February.
Yeah. This happens.
This is the DAXI kind of boomed, right? So this is a result. I think all the US pairs came on the 24th of February.
Right, the 1-to-1 was for sure hit, and let's see what do we have here. So this position is now running at 2.5-to-1, so our stop loss is at 1-to-1 for the moment, and let's scroll a little bit in order to see our levels, but I think
there is no level.
there is no level. Yes,
so just trail it and
fortunately our 1-to-1, only 1-to-1 was hit here, but it's still a profit.
Hey Master Ask, thanks for joining us on the stream. Hope you like it.
Right, I think we are still in the range zone.
Spoiler alert.
I don't know. It's nighttime, but no trade at all. I can see here that we have some drawings. Yeah, this is from our previous divergences strategy. These lines are from the divergences, so I am just going to delete them from here. There soon. And I think this is the end of the month. So finally, the February month just ended at plus 12%, and I think it's fine result, because this was a hard month.
Yeah,
you know.
lots of things happened. Yeah, but still gaining 12% in these times.
Yeah.
Solid strategy. Yeah.
Yeah, I previously told you the January month was a more profitable one, because overall on the all 4 pairs, I think the gain on account was somewhere near 30%. But in these times of the February month, with wars out there and huge volatility, we can see that the profit is lower, but it's still fine and enough to pass a challenge or like that.
Let us know what you think, guys, in the comments. Again, this was just a preview of the course that we will be launching soon. We will let you know. There will be a giveaway. So some of you watching this stream right now will get the full course for free. So be sure to stay tuned to the channel updates, because this is just a preview of the strategy. As I said, there are lots of tweaks that Chris will add and will present in detail for it. So again, just stay tuned. And yeah, so I think this was the backtesting session. Again, just to summarize, 4 pairs traded on the month of February, plus 12%. Maximum 1 in a row 3, max loss in a row, which is kind of shady, was 6.
Actually, this is another thing, because in the real market you wouldn't have these 6 losses in a row, because again, in the same time you are trading 4 pairs, and if you are combining them, you have, I don't know, 2 losses on USD CAD, and then a win on GBP US dollar, and then a loss on Aussie US dollar but a win on USD JPY.
Yeah.
And if you combine them, I was backtesting this strategy on several months, and in this way, in the real market, trading all of those 4 strategies, you actually would have 3 losses in a row, not 6 if you would just trade 1 pair.
Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah, so if you guys in the chat still watching have some questions, just post them, let us know. Maybe we can do a small Q&A, and if not, we will just call it a night, because we had okay, so more, which is good. At least we managed to make it work, so
yeah,
so that's a good thing. Okay, so if you guys don't have anything else to add, thanks for watching. If you're watching and are not yet subscribed, be sure to do so, because we would greatly appreciate it. And again, stay tuned for updates, because we will be coming with the course and with new content, so that you guys can enjoy. Thanks for supporting us so far. Again, you've been awesome, as I say in all my videos. And yeah, okay, we'll call it a night. Be sure, if anything, just leave them in the comments. And yeah, good night.